Assalamu alaikum, my friends. I'm Abdul Qayyum and welcome you in my channel, Software Engineering World. Here I'm with you the second lecture of Android software engineering, and we are going to discuss about the software engineer and software engineering concepts in our lecture 2. And we will discuss the roadmap to become a good software engineer, and we also discuss who is a software engineer. Let's discuss what is software engineering. You can notice this: software engineering is a systematic application of engineering approaches to the development of software, which means software engineering defines some principles to create softwares, and its main goal is to creation, improvement and maintenance of the software, which means software engineering defines some principles for the creation, improvement and maintenance of our softwares. Software engineering is a computing discipline. Software engineering is defined as a process of analyzing user requirements and then designing, building and testing a software application. We will discuss is a full section on software engineering and its principles later on, where after learning Java and Android development, then we will move forward for the Android software engineering principles and development process, where we'll discuss about in detail also. Here we are just defining what is software engineering. Software engineering is a engineering branch associated with the development of the software products using well-defined specific principles, methods and procedures. Also, software engineering is a detailed study of the engineering to design, development and maintenance of the software. Now we have to define what is software engineer. A software engineer is a person who applies the principles of software engineering to design, development, maintenance, testing and evolution of the computer software. What a software engineer do? A software engineer applies mathematical analysis and principles of computer science in order to design and develop computer softwares. There are many of the softwares that a software engineer can develop, such as operating systems, computer games, middlewares, business applications, network control systems, and software engineers are responsible for creating functional applications that meets the requirements set out of a client or company, while also considering the hardware and software environment that software will reside in. Software engineers write the software for a variety of technologies, for smartphone devices, Android devices, virtual assistants, depending on their job. The full scope of the software engineer's work depends on the organization and the size of its development team. The scope would be broad as designing, development and maintenance an entire product, as small as simply helping the structure of the code of an app on a larger teams. There are some basic software engineering qualities which make a perfect software engineer or a good software engineer. It should have a logical mind, which means it should think out of the box. And the second quality, a love for the troubleshooting and solving puzzles. Hence, his mind should be aware of the get interest in the troubleshooting, means solving problems and puzzles, and it has to be ability to work well on the team, because software engineer and in initial stages is all just a programmer, but as a software engineer, it should be a leader who lead to the team, are also good to working in any team, and it has to be desired to continuously learn, because as we discussed earlier, and we know IT or any software engineering or Java or Android is a field which is continuously developing. So a software engineer should be habitual of learning, and it has desire to continue to learn, a passion for the technology, and a software engineer should be passionate to learn every day new skills. This is a chart which defining the software engineer day in a software engineer. This is the entry level software engineer, and this is senior software engineer. This entry level where we are learners, so we first decide the entry level. Just implement the new features in application, which application is already created, and software a new software engineer should implement new features in application, learn new languages and frameworks, maintain existing code, and pair programming, resolving simple bugs, errors, refactor code, practice test drive and development. Means entry level software engineer should implement new features in application. It should keen of learning new languages and frameworks in any of language like React, Ruby, Python, Java. We will learn Java and its frameworks like MVC and Spring also. And then maintain existing code, means entry level programmers should maintain a good code which easy to learn, easy to debug, and resolve errors in it, and a good looking code. And pair programming, it should be aware of the working in the team and resolve simple bugs and errors, refactor code, and practicing test driven development. Then we are coming to the software engineering. Senior software engineer, it should decide which framework and libraries to use, architect API endpoints and data models, mentor junior engineers, attend sprint planning meetings with the product management and designers, code reviews, refactor legacy code, architect scalable applications. Means this lead the company, or senior software lead the company and decides which framework to use to develop any application, and which APIs and data models. Architects, it also teach to the entry level software engineers and new software engineers, and it's also review code of the entry level software engineers, and it done much more also. There are some aspects of the salaries which software engineers get on their basis of the company and experience level. Employment of software engineering is projected to grow 21% by the 228, which is much faster than average, which means we are going on a best route where our jobs will grow up to 21% by 2028. Software engineers earn high salaries according to ZipRecruiter, a website. Most positions offer salaries between $79,000 US dollars up to $1,500,000 per year. The national average salary for the software engineers is almost $98,500 per year. The exact amount you can expect to be earned as a software engineer varies between the company and location and also experience. The amount you earn also depends on your experience. Senior software engineers who have more experience than other engineers can expect to earn a salary of almost $1,19,000 USD dollars according to the ZipRecruiter. Junior software engineer can get up to $50,000 $100,000 per year. Senior software engineer can get up to $120,000 per year. Senior software engineer can get up to $188,000 per year. Here we are going to discuss how to become a software engineer. There are many different paths you can take to become a software engineer, but most common route usually follows these steps. Choose a software engineering career path. Like we are choosing Java and Android as a software engineering path. You can choose as a Python or JavaScript, PHP, C Sharp, game development, any of software field like not graphic design but web engineering, any field you can choose. Learn about software engineering through a boot camp, self-study and college. Means we can learn software engineering career path studies like Java as we are going to learn here, and other resources like self-study. You can read self books and attend centers, colleges for the learning purpose. Development and refine your technical skills while building your portfolio. Means this is not a end of learning in the software engineering. So we day by day increase our skills according to the time. Prepare for and start your job search. Then when you are good to go with your skills, then you should search for the job. There are some types of the software engineer. Let's cover some of the most popular paths for the software engineer. Software engineer. Software engineers develop software for the electronic devices. These developers will use programming language such as C++, Java, Python to create applications that will run on computers. They will work on both the user interface and backend, what the user sees and the mechanics which make a program work respectively. And software engineers works on computer programming languages and and then other type is embedded system software engineer. Embedded system engineers are responsible for the designing, developing, testing and maintaining the embedded systems. Embedded systems are combination of hardware and software designed to perform specific tasks. For example, an embedded system engineer may work on the software which powers ATM. You can see the ATM is a combination of software and hardware, or the program which controls a robot. Then security engineers are responsible for creating systems, methods and policies to ensure an information system meets certain standards and has not security flaws. Security engineers will often operate as a white hat ethical hackers and attempting to break into the existing system to identify if the security problems exist. Means its career path should be CCNP means a networking branch where you create and you troubleshoot any network for its bugs and holes. Quality assurance engineer QA engineers write reviews, test and maintain software. These engineers are responsible for ensuring a consistent quality of code is being written by a development team and will create standards and policies to ensure all code is efficient and work correctly. Means quality assurance engineers should be a senior software engineers which review our code and make policies according to code, how we should write our code to create better applications. Now, how to learn software engineering? There are three common paths to learn software engineering. Pursue computer science degree at a college or university. Means when we are talking about software engineering, not a programmer, then we should have a college or university degree of computer science, IT or software engineering. Attending a code bootcamp specializing in the software engineering. Then we have to make certifications like in I am talking about Java. They're like OCA, OCP, OCE, and networking like CCNP, CCN, CCNE, CCNA. Then certifications which make good to our software engineering career. Learn software engineering through the self-study by books and much more resources available on the web. How advanced career in software engineering. Explain your skills and grow your portfolio with real projects. When we are learn as much we need, then we have to grow by yourself. Grow you by yourself by creating daily portfolio and real basis projects by daily basis, and upgrade your portfolio by those real projects. Here are a few steps, ways to gain experience as a software engineer: personal projects, freelance work, pro bono work, etc. Essential technical skills for software engineers. These software engineering skills include programming languages, development process, and other technical concepts. Like we are here discussing what skills should be a software engineer have. Java, Python, C, Ruby. In order to become a software engineer, you should need know at least one programming language used in software engineering. Not all, but only one. Just as we are here learning about Java, and we are going to be a software engineering, Android software engineering, because we will use create Java to create Android applications. Also, we will work on a web, but after the learning Spring framework. Software testing and debugging. After you have written code, you will need to test it and make sure it functions as intended. Means we have skills to test our code and debug our codes. So we should make our code readable and understandable. Object-oriented design. As we will work and learn about object-oriented programming in Java, so we should, as a software engineer, we should have skills to program or make a code in classes and objects by applying the principles of object-oriented design. Object-oriented design has become increasingly popular over the last few years, a method of design that involves planning a system of interesting objects to solve a software problem. Data structures and algorithms. You should have a strong understanding of basic algorithms such as different methods of the sorting and searching through a data sets. We will learn together how to create code which works effectively and write short codes, and how to get full results with some code. So we will work on data structures and algorithms also. Web services and APIs. As a software engineer, you may be building tools which interact with web-based services, tools and databases. So we have to learn web services and APIs to build good applications which follows and and solve our daily problems, best problems. Essential software skills for the software engineer. There are some top skills which should be in a software engineer to become good software engineer. There are top soft skills you can expect to use on job include teamwork. You should be able to work effectively with others, be willing to support others when they are struggling, and know how to respond to collaborative environments. Means a software engineer should be a good leader. Attention to detail. You should be able to pay attention to every detail and think about the impact of each change you make on the broader program, because one misplaced character could prevent a program from the running. Means a software engineer should be case sensitive and like Java, case sensitive like Java, and should be detail oriented. Problem solving. You should be able to break down problems into small components and think critically to come up with an efficient solutions to that problem, because software engineering is all about solving problems through code. We will learn how to break down problems in small components in further lectures as we progress. Here are some software engineering certifications. Certifications will help you stand out in the job interview process. Certifications are like exams that let employers to know you meet a certain skill or language or knowledge requirement for a particular technology. Here are some of the most useful certifications for software engineers. Amazon AWS certification, Microsoft MCST Oracle Certified Associate, and CIW Web Foundation Associate. Rather than try to collect as many as possible, focus on certifications that will support the technologies you plan to use most in your career, as we just focus on OCA, OCP, OCE, and PMP, and some Microsoft technology, Microsoft certificate. How to find a software engineering job? Here are some steps you will need to take to find success in your job search. Prepare a technical resume. The resume is the first thing hiring managers see. A solid resume that will represent your skills will advertise you to employees. Prepare a stunning portfolio. Your portfolio is important. Your portfolio show is important. Many hiring managers look at this to see what you are capable of as a software engineer. Your portfolio should be quality over quantity. Features of few of your best projects rather than just a collection of every project you have made. Means what we are practicing in further lectures you will not include in your portfolio, but when you will create freelance projects and other real world projects, then you can add those projects in your portfolio. Prepare for a technical interview. After portfolios, technical interviews show off the depth of your software engineering knowledge. While you may have created beautiful projects, companies will want to know what you can handle the trickier aspects of your job and will ask questions that will test your knowledge. It is a hard part for a software engineer because we have to get answers what our company wants. As a conclusion, education path, you can select bootcamp certificate, any certificate, and a bachelor degree and self-learning, and essential technical skills should be software testing and debugging, programming, object-oriented design, data structures and algorithms, web services and APIs. Essential software skills like teamwork, attention to detail, program solving. Average salary is $98,500 per year. Thank you. This is my third lecture, Java Developers Roadmap. We will cover this in next video. So if you are new to my channel, then please subscribe and click on bell icon so you can get the update of this lecture also, and keep watching. Happy learning, and best of luck for the new lectures, and thank you for this, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe and support me.